Hi everyone, welcome to the Bookbinders. We're finally getting around to do Sweet Part 2. My name's Sarah.
I'm Charlotte.
And wherever shall we start? Actually, did we ever do a one word for sweet?
I think we did.
We probably did. What else are we supposed to do?
I said innocence.
Did we also talk about our initial thoughts for sweet? Yeah, we did. Disney song.
Yeah, definitely
Disney song.
And then I said, the music sounds like some sort of slowed reverbed version of like dancing music.
Right,
1920s.
I agree. And then we kind of went over what this song was about, what Lana was trying to convey in this song, and we left off on the line, do you think about it? Do you contemplate where we came from?
Yeah.
So let's start there.
All right.
Let's go over what we came up for with that line.
So I had it as just like, well, the first line, what are you doing with your life? Do you think about it? Could be her talking to herself or someone else.
Mm-hmm.
And then do you contemplate where we came from? It could also be the time passing has impacted my analysis now.
I agree. For me, do you contemplate where we came from? It's almost like, do you ever think about, like, someone who contemplates their relationship, someone who's always thinking about it, someone who is actively thinking about, oh my god, this is where we came from, this is what inciting, like, what's the word for started? Incited our love, and like this is what initiated it.
Yeah.
And that's what do you contemplate where we came from? It's like, remember what created our love, remember what created our relationship together, and maybe use that to fuel our relationship further.
I like the almost emphasis that you put on the we came from, like together as a unit, the two of us came from this. I had it more, at least the way I interpret it was more like, do you contemplate where each of us came from in terms of childhood?
I wrote childhood as well.
Yeah, what our past was like before we met each other, and how that fits together, and what that's going to mean for our future.
Precisely.
Yeah.
That leads into the next line. Lately, we've been making out a lot.
So I found this line very interesting in my initial analysis.
Making out takes a long time. You would know.
Because, I mean, usually in Lana Del Rey songs,
right,
it's like a little bit more explicit than making out.
For sure, I agree.
This fits in with the whole theme of innocence and sweetness and not childishness, because children, but it's like almost innocent for Lana Del Rey. It's unusual. They're making out, which is still something, but it's not the most explicit that she ever gets. It's not as explicit as she usually is.
Despite the fact that this album is supposed to be a little bit more personal, and it's not supposed to be very much like about stories, I think this song is not really about Lana Del Rey.
I agree.
Because lately we've been making out a lot sounds more like some teenagers who really have not been through anything yet, and just the lately we've been making out a lot is like, oh, we're not really talking about a relationship, we just like that's all we do, we just make out in it, like there's no depth to it, and the only thing that's in our relationship, maybe it's not even a relationship, it's just a situationship, and then you decide to make out. Typical.
I think that situationship aspect is what the whole problem for her is.
Precisely.
Because she wants something more than that.
Precisely.
I'm not talking about the stuff that's at the very heart of things.
Yeah. Not talking about the stuff that's at the very heart of things. So, making out, if that's the only activity that you're doing in your relationship,
there's no communication.
Abstain from that relationship.
Yeah.
Or that's your priority in your relationship. You do you. You do you, bro. So if you're making out a lot, you're not talking. And if you're not talking, how are you having that emotional connection? And I know for some people that's not a requirement in their relationship. They perhaps they just want a situationship.
Fun,
exactly. But for people who are genuinely trying to have a solid relationship,
like the main character is in this.
well, we would like to think that the main character is trying to have a solid relationship.
Yeah.
She's claiming that they're not talking about stuff, and making out takes two people. Like, one person, I mean, you can be one person and just try to make out with another person, but really to be making out a lot, it has to be done by two people. Not passionately necessarily, but it has to be done by two people.
Yeah. To make out a lot. This is
repeated.
repetition.
Repeated.
So it's not like
Precisely.
randomly made out with a person once. It's like
multiple times. And then, do you want to say anything else about that line?
No. That's basically what I have. Yeah.
Okay. Do you want children? Do you want to marry me? I think this is just like, is our relationship gonna be long term?
Mm-hmm.
She's asking this person, like, do you think our relationship's gonna last forever? Like, do you think we'll be in love forever?
Yeah.
So really, she's just saying, like, will we have this long term relationship? Will we spend our life together? And she's contemplating. She's the one who's wondering.
Mm-hmm. And it's interesting that she asks it. She never like says what it is that she wants. It's like, what do you want? Because that's what she's unclear on.
Precisely.
At least in this song, like the whole, if you want some basic, she's unclear as to the intentions of this guy. I think we determined that it was a guy, right? It was Babe.
Well, yeah, Babe.
Or Jimmy.
Jimmy or Babe, whoever you want to be.
Yeah. She's unclear on his intentions. And this is like asking, what do you...
Right.
But it is interesting the options that she gives.
Uh-huh.
She doesn't... before she gave him the option of going to find the basic person in the Beverly Center, but now it's like serious options. Do you actually want this?
Yeah. And then, do you want to run marathons in Long Beach by the sea? Now, this could be metaphorical marathons, or this could be marathons of life, like marathoning through life and just living life recklessly. So, do you want to run marathons in Long Beach by the sea? This could mean buying a house by the sea in Long Beach, which is a very settled down kind of thing.
That's interesting. I took it very much at face value of like just a sign of domesticity. Like she's just running marathons like a normal person would do with their housewife and kids. I don't know.
Agreed. And
then California ties again.
Yeah, California. We love that. I've got things to do like nothing at all. I want to do them with you.
This one?
I like the way she says this line.
I like it too.
Well, so I think by saying I've got things to do like nothing at all, it's saying that her main focus is this guy. Her undivided attention is going to him, going into their relationship, unlike his own priorities. Perhaps he has additional priorities, and perhaps he should be focusing on those additional priorities. And that's, not necessarily always his fault, but Lana, or the protagonist here, is asking for that herself.
Yeah. I think it's very indicative?
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 Indicative? I think so.
Of someone who has an extremely busy life, if they have the desire to do nothing. Especially if they have the desire to do nothing with someone.
Precisely.
It indicates that like whatever time they have now, it's always doing something, or they don't have enough time to just be
busy people.
Basic people, yeah.
No, I said busy people.
Oh, busy, yeah.
But yeah,
like
same
normal domestic, normal. Wow, I said normal so many times. Just like exist together.
Okay. I agree. Yeah, like having this relationship, focusing on it, making it your main priority.
Yeah.
I don't think it's a main priority for the guy in this case. While for Lana, she might be a basic person, and it is a priority for her.
Well, she is a different kind of woman.
Exactly. And then, do you want to do them with me? Once again, she's asking him seriously, hey, is this what you want?
yeah, she's asking like, do you want to exist with me? Do you think you could be content if we just sat for hours? And do you love me enough that I'm enough?
Agreed. And then, if you want someone, then just call me up. I feel like, I know we already went over this, but now that I'm thinking about it, it reminds me of Cancel Plans Just in Case You Called, Said Meet Me Behind the Mall. And I am a big August fan. Like, I'm a fan of the month, I'm a fan of the song. But, yeah, if you want someone, then just call me up. She's saying, like, it doesn't matter, I will give anything to just spend a few moments with you. Like, honestly, at this point, I couldn't care less as long as I get to spend these, like, few moments with you. That's all I need.
Yeah. If you want someone, just call me up. Now, in the context of, like, another Lana Del Rey song, call me up could mean something incredibly different. But I think in this case, it just means, like, if you want someone to talk to, or if you want someone to be there, if you're ready to love me the way I love you, then just let me know.
Yeah. It's very sweet. The line that she says here, it's very sweet. And she's giving him the choice. She's like, if you want someone, if you want someone, why don't you choose me? Like, what's wrong with me? I'm here for you. I've always been here for you. Recognize me, see me. And, like, I feel like that's her own want as well. Like, she's, like, underhandedly talking about her own wants. Like, I would give up, like, an hour of my life just to spend 5 seconds with you, or something like that.
Yeah.
That goes into, and remember where I'll be. She's telling him, like, this is where I am, come to me. She's almost sending him a signal.
Yeah.
But she doesn't directly want to say it. She's just indirectly saying it.
Yeah. She's also, remember where I'll be. It's like, he knows where she is.
Right.
And now she's just giving him a clear sign that, like, now it's almost like an ultimatum. Like, you know where I am, so this is the moment when you choose.
Right. And then Sweet in Barefoot, we kind of already went over that.
It's just, you know.
You can find me where no one else can be. But we'll skip those two lines because we kind of already went over those in Sweet Part 1. And let's go into the last 4 lines.
Right. I love these last 4 lines.
I actually love them as well. And in the woods somewhere, in the night.
This is like, it's wild, free, like, the danger of being in the woods alone at night, a place where no one else is. Like, you could, that's very dangerous. Oops. But we don't imagine, at least I don't imagine that she's doing anything particularly dangerous there, because she's sweet.
I kind of thought of this as there's a tunnel under Ocean Boulevard. Now that I'm thinking about it, because it's a tunnel, the woods somewhere in the night, it's very dark, just like a tunnel.
Yeah.
And she's almost just entered the tunnel in this third track. I'm sorry, my apologies. She's kind of just entered this tunnel. So in the woods somewhere in the night, in the heart of a valley, those are very dark places to be for someone so sweet. So that juxtaposition that's coming in here is almost scary. It could be scary in a way for this guy to enter that and to come find her there. But she's telling him that you could come and conquer these things to be with me, then that's proving that you're worthy to love me.
Oh, that's a good analysis. And I like that it could, like, if we think about it metaphorically, the fear that he would have of, like, going to find someone in the middle of the woods in the night can mirror the fear of going into a long-term relationship with someone, because you don't know what's out there. And there's so many unknown factors like bears in the woods.
Right.
Or serial killers, I don't know. And what?
No, I was just gonna say, I love how we twist these songs so much. We're absolutely delulu, as they say on TikTok. No, seriously, we're just delusional.
Yeah. The heart of a valley line. I think it's very interesting because, like, the use of heart, the diction of that, it's like, it's a very interesting choice, because hearts are seen as so loving and gentle, and not necessarily always gentle, but in context with this song, it's definitely, like, loving. And you think about, like, someone's very existence.
I agree. I think additionally, in the heart of a valley, it reminded me of Bartender. Like, all the ladies at the canyon wearing white to their house party. So it kind of reminded me of Bartender a little bit.
Yeah.
And then in the sweet North Country, if I'm not there, come to my house on Genesee.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so this is one of the other locations that she's mentioned multiple times throughout her
Yeah.
music. Genesee in the sweet North Country. So she's telling him. I'm not exactly sure how significant these places are, but I think the fact of the matter that she's telling him to be there,
Yeah.
that emphasis that, like, I've told you, like, almost, like, 5 times in the song, just come to me already.
Yeah, and the emphasis is definitely there. And the fact that she still doesn't clarify which Genesee.
Mm-hmm.
So he knows.
Precisely.
And I think that's the whole point, is like, she's not telling him instructions like, oh, I'm here, you have to do all these things to find me, because he knows where she is.
Mm-hmm.
He knows how to get to her. The
Mm-hmm.
whole point of this is just, will he? Does he have the courage to?
I agree, for sure. I think, well, that's it.
Yeah.
All right, so let's get into our ratings.
So, what's your analysis rating?
Okay, analysis rating. This song is very different from a lot of the other analyses because it's not about Lana.
Mm-hmm.
So I can't really rate it on the same scale as I've been rating all the other songs. But in the context of this song, it means a lot to me personally. Like, lyric-wise, I feel like there are a lot of moments in this song that I can definitely feel myself. And therefore, I will give this analysis an 8.43.
I was going to give this a
4.3, not 4.32. 8.432.
Oh, interesting.
What about you?
Yeah, I would say similarly for the analysis. This song, even though there's no like eureka moment where it connects to the whole overarching album theme.
Agreed.
At least not that I saw when I was analyzing this for the first time. But I like the analysis and the way it fits together as a story.
I agree.
And so I would give it I think, solid 8.
Great. Yeah. I think we had a good analysis of this song. I think it was fun to do the first part. I'm upset that we had to make this into a whole different second part, and it took forever for us to film it now. So apologies for that, our dear audience. What about your overall song rating?
Overall song rating, oh my god, I think it's like a 9.5.
I agree. It's a 9.2 for me. I really like it. I really, really do. But I feel like I can't rate it super high because it will get boring. I will say, if you ask me in a year or two, I'll be like, it'll be a skip song for me.
Yeah. It's one of those songs where you can listen to it too much.
Yeah.
There's some songs that you can't listen to too much where you'll always...
Jimmy, come Jimmy round.
But this song definitely... I mean, I love the shimmery sound aspect of it. It like...
I agree.
The Disney aspect. I think it's
yeah.
nice to listen to, but it will get old.
I was definitely listening to the song in Disney, for sure. Yeah, that's basically it.
Yeah.
We like this song mostly. Yeah.
Better than some of the others.
Yeah, for sure. Actually, why would I like this song overall more than Fishtail? I actually like it better than Fishtail.
Really?
Yeah. Fishtail, oh my god, I can listen to it like 10 times and then get bored of it. This song I can listen to a solid like 40 times and then get bored.
That's a good point. I like... I think... I mean, we'll do the rankings.
We'll do the rankings.
Yeah. This one is probably somewhere between Fishtail and Peppers. Like, I really like Peppers. Peppers is definitely higher.
Peppers has to be, once again, top 3.
Yeah, top 3 definitely. A&W.
Peppers, it's just a whole different breed in this whole album because
and I liked
it's
our
very
analysis
different.
on it.
I did. I really like the analysis. I think it resonated a lot. And like claiming yourself, really accepting who you are.
Yeah.
I think that was a great message that, you know.
Except the dog.
Except the dog.
The dog.
Actually, I was listening to Tommy Genesis. I don't know how you conjugate their last name. But I was listening to their song, Angelina. I like Peppers better.
Yeah.
No, Tommy Genesis, you're so cool. I love how cool they are. They seem like a really cool person to hang out with.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I know we listened to it in class a bit.
Yeah,
I definitely think I like Peppers better.
I like Peppers because it has that Lana theme to it, and Lana's an OG. Yeah, the what's it called? No. Mr. Lou. The
Oh, yeah,
Mr.
the
Lou.
Mr. Lou, yeah.
The Mr. Lou, like sample or whatever she
Yeah.
put in that. But, yeah.
But I like the combination of both
Mhm.
Tommy Genesis and...
Agreed. I think it's a great combination. Okay, well, that's
Yeah.
all from us, from the
Oh,
Bookbinders.
I realized we went off fangirling about peppers on a
We did.
Valid though.
That's all from the Bookbinders today. Leave any additional things you want us, any other questions you have about this song in the comments. We are not experts. We don't know
Yeah.
everything about this song,
Yeah.
but we'll make our best educated guesses.
Never stop overthinking.
Be Delulu. Farewell.
Goodbye. Adieu.
Bye. Adieu. Yes, adieu.